Hi all. I just had a thought that I wanted to share something I've been practicing and realizing about our victim mindset. Um, so it actually I've been playing around with it in different ways, and I'm just gonna share my observations. No way of like an expert, but just kind of this is my exploration of going within. Um, so of course, we all have a certain level of a victim mindset. And if you're hearing that, I don't have my headset on or anything. My dog is coughing for some reason, and it hasn't occurred to him to go drink some water. Um, I think he's fine. But anyway, yeah, so the victim mindset, I've been doing affirmations to clear the victim mindset. So I would say I clear my victim mindset. And I kind of also realized that we have kind of an identity wrapped around our victimization because we all had someone do stuff to us and we're so attached to it, like our parents and past lives. Certainly, in my case, I've seen definitely a lot more past lives where I'm the victim. I've seen myself 3 times now as being the what is it, the assailant. But we're definitely more victims, I guess, in past lives, or just that's what I've seen. Um, so with everything that happens, my mind just very quickly shifts to victim mindset. It's kind of wraps around like this identity now. So when I was clearing, I would do the affirmation, I clear my victim mindset and my identity victim mindset or victim identity. And then I would just observe what part of the body the energy is coming out of. So what I've noticed is always coming out of the area that's like right before below or the point of where the spine is. I guess it's called a coccyx or something. And it's you'll feel the energy kind of where our anus is. And so it feels really uncomfortable because we're very guarded with that area. But that's also where I've noticed the energies. It's kind of very similar energy flow of Kundalini energy. So when I was working on activating the Kundalini energy flow, is coming from the same area. So I was like, okay, is there a relationship here? Which also takes me to kind of learning in our past lives, a lot of us, at least my belief is that I think the dark or the reptilians, whatever you want to call them, kind of on purpose ensured that we all would have a history of um child rape um through the back. And additionally, kind of exploring more about homosexuality and just kind of what other people are talking about, different perspectives. Some of the dreams I've received, visions. I mean, I've had past life experiences with that. Um, being raped as a boy. Um, and just made me kind of think because like I received a dream once from the dark. Like they were trying to, I guess, tempt me or something, or since I was kind of activating that area, I received a dream to kind of understand, I guess, or feel what penetration feels like over there, because I've never. Um, and why someone would even want it. And it's certainly, if you think about it, like our coccyx is there, and if it stimulates the Kundalini energy flow, but because we don't have that mental connection or the spiritual connection for that energy flow to continue, we instinctively crave that stimulation, but it never happens. It's the same thing with the orgasm as well. We crave it, like for women in particular, our erogenous zones, there's one that's in that area as well. I mean, we have three. There's one that's back there as well. That's kind of, okay, I don't want to get too graphic here or whatever, or too detailed. But this craving, because we instinctively crave that stimulation or that activation of that energy, but because we don't know how to, the energy flow is very brief and intense. And it creates kind of like a high, a temporary high that the dog get to feed off of. Toby, stop. And that's it. Like, and then we're kind of like stuck in this craving more because it's like a drug, right? We kind of feel the high. We feel that because we instinctively are seeking that high, like a real high, but it gives us like a simulation of it, I guess, and we keep wanting it. So it becomes like an addiction. In the dream, I felt like from just one experience that it felt like an addiction, like my eyes became different. It felt like I was on something in the dream. So getting back to the victim mindset, certainly when we are penetrated against our will, creates a victim. And it seems like it's one of the lower vibrational experiences that we can have on this planet. So the dark makes sure that we experience it. And immediately lowers our vibration to the victim mindset. So we're always seeing everything from the perspective of the victim. And if you look at all these movements that are happening, like politically, socially, feminism, liberal, all of these, they're all feel like they're fighting, like their empowerment, the female empowerment, all of that. But when you look at what they're saying, they're always seeing themselves as the victim. It's like, oh, this is happening because we're women. So, and then your fight, which is, not the way you spread your, use your energy, but they think it's empowerment when it's actually just keeps putting them into the victim mode. What prompted me to make this video, I haven't made videos in a long time, but I was actually just outside and exploring, and the dark likes to send thoughts and images that would throw me into the victim mindset. And one of the things they use is things that my parents would say, like negative things, of course, or relatives or just people I knew from the past. And so I kind of what I've been doing for some time is when I notice they're attacking me or they're sending me, and I'm like, okay, that came from them. But logically, you can do is if they're coming at you, that means you have a vulnerability. You have a frequency in you or frequencies that they can attach to. That means you have a certain belief. So then the thoughts were I don't know, I was playing with my dog or something, or doing something, stretches also, and I got like a thought, something that my mom would say to me, and I was like, okay, what's the frequency or frequencies of that of the belief that attracted that whatever that, I forget what it was, some kind of criticism or something. Um, and usually when I ask for the frequencies, my higher self just shows it to me like physically, like clears it out of my system. So like, um, if whatever entity attaches to me at any point, they're constantly attacking me. Or sending me, it's usually because there's a certain belief, memory, which generates a frequency that they can attach to. And then I'm like, okay, well, what is that frequency then so that I could clear it? So it's like each time they come at me, I use it for my benefit. Um, and the sensation came from, that lower section where the Kundalini stars, where our butt is. And like there was a lot of the energy was coming from that part. And I was like, okay, so it's like that's the victim. Again, that's the victim mindset. It's down there, I guess. So I mean, of course, the connection wasn't about penetration. It was just more of that, the frequency of the victim. And so I just kept asking, let's bring up these frequencies so I can clear them out. And, we just kept working on that. And I thought to just share it to see, maybe it will be helpful for someone. Hope it helped.